Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning. This is the Senior Moments Show. I am your host today, Sid Roeder. Bruce is not with us today, and we have a guest today. His name is Eric Swenson. He is with Beam Lending. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Sid. Thanks for having me on your show.
Good to have you here. We're going to talk about some fun things, but first of all, let me talk about our sponsor really quick, which is the Empowering Seniors Group, a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares with information that is valuable to them. We do so via this radio show. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. Or lastly, if you have any questions or suggestions for the show, anyone you'd like to see us invite, you can reach me personally at 435-512-6406. Well, Eric, it's just you and me today, so let's start off with introducing you. Tell our listeners a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Thanks for the opportunity. I'm excited. A little background for me. I am a Valley native, went to Utah State, loved my education, have a few undergraduate degrees in business mainly, and a master's from our wonderful USU. I have been in the mortgage world for the last 15 years. Saw the last recession in 2007 start and saw it end, and now I'm experiencing this new change that's happening in our market. I reside in Smithfield, have a wonderful little family, and enjoy fishing and baseball. I'll say that. That's always fun. You'll see me at a Blue Sox game. Go Blue Sox, they play this weekend, and enjoy just supporting all those athletes and aspiring individuals around our valley, regardless of what they're doing. That's kind of how I am. I like to get behind people.
Awesome, Eric. Well, let's talk a little bit about the market. I think most people in the valley have noticed a little shift in the market. Days on markets extended. We have seen some price drops. Do you want to talk a little bit about your perspective as a lender on why we're seeing this?
Sure. I want to give some history to it. I think that depending on those who have experience in the market or those who don't, we have some memory, and that memory comes from 12, 15 years ago, what was going on post-2007. A lot of people felt some pain from those days, and I don't think they've quickly forgotten it. So I think our market here in the Valley is very healthy. I think we have a lot of internal growth. People have had a lot of children. Those children have maybe gone out for professional reasons or education, and now they've come back. Cache Valley is a wonderful place to raise your family. That growth, that consistency is admired because we have, 1% unemployment here in the Valley?
Yep.
Pretty low number. It can't get much better. In fact, I heard a comment the other day that we don't have enough workers to support the infrastructure of the Valley at the moment. We need more people that are willing to come and put in a 40-hour week, come and do some jobs. So that being said, from the financial side, I think some of the reduction in prices or higher amounts of seller paid closing costs is a result of people listening to the national opinion of the world, global opinion of what's happening, and they're having some fear of what's going to happen in the next 6 months or the next year. That reticence has led to them maybe holding off on buying or building, and because of that, we're seeing a little bit more days on market happen, a few more listings. We've gone up by triple or quadruple the amount of listings we had at the very low, but we are not even back to the healthy 6-month supply that we're supposed to have. So it's a matter of framework. That's why I like bringing up the history of how it was and people's, traumatic experience with 2007. Those were financial cracks that happened because of mismanagement of financial products. Today, underwriting guidelines are just as tight as they've been for the last 10 years. Rebuilding our trust, I imagine, as a financial world, people have to qualify based on good merits, good debt to income ratio, good credit, things like that. And those are all in forward mortgages, but the health of the Valley is, I believe, still strong. The market is good. There are markets in the country that are not. but those places are notorious for having a net outflow of individuals. Here in our valley, in our state, we have a net inflow. Not just internal growth, but people coming from outside as well, because they see how good things are. 1% unemployment means you get unemployed for whatever reason, go find another job. They're out there, they're begging. So that's a pretty good environment to have. We have still a lot of excitement at Beam Lending moving forward, watching how the market's doing.
Exactly. I agree with you with looking back in time, because you know as well as I do that even now where people have seen the interest rate increase a little and now go back down a little, there's panic about the interest rate. But in the past, where was the interest rate in 2007?
Oh yeah, 8. All day, 8%. People were buying homes, buying $900,000 properties, $500,000 properties. They were doing it, and there was maybe more sacrifice in the finance of things, right? More money needed to go towards the house. And over the years, we've seen that cost of homes change. It dropped drastically after 2007, and then it has come back up. And with inflation-adjusted dollars, we're a little bit higher than we were in 2005 and 6. But the interest rate is lower. People make more money. Okay. I think now a lot of people won't make the sacrifice to finance that house because they want to finance other things. They want to have that boat, or they want to have 4 cars, or they want to have, other things that are equal to the importance of a home in their eyes, maybe. But cost of goods, that's something that I think people are unfamiliar with, the expense that it is today. But there are tools that we can help with that. So that's fun to be able to talk about later.
Exactly. And if if I'm looking at what that means to the seniors right now that are maybe considering to sell or exploring other loan options that we're going to go into, I would just say from my perspective, as you said, the day is on. I wouldn't let that scare us. In a healthy economy, I think the Utah Association of Realtors says that 120 days on market is a healthy days on market value. We're not even there yet. The interest rates are still low in comparison to what they've been in the past. So I think we're still very secure here in the Cache Valley economy. We're coming up here on our first break in a hurry. So, Eric, maybe I want to give you a chance before we go to break to mention your contact information in case somebody wants to contact you and discuss a few items with you.
Sure. You can reach me anytime. I'll give my cell phone number right out there, 435-512-8300. That can get me anytime. But if you call at night, my wife won't be very happy. My email is eswensen, ESWENSEN, @beamlending.com. You can go and visit us at beamlending.com, BEAM lending.com, or come and see us at 1063 North Main, North Logan, Utah. We're right by the Starbucks and Xfinity in front of the Kohl's building. So come visit us local. You can find me anywhere in the state of Utah. We're licensed Utah, Idaho, Washington, and Wyoming for any mortgage needs.
Thank you, Eric. This is the Senior Moment Show. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, it seems like yesterday I was playing with my kids on the playground.
Seems like yesterday I was building a treehouse in the backyard.
Time goes by too fast, but there is something you can do to ensure you're taken care of down the road. I'm Tracy Ferris with Quality First Insurance. A long-term care insurance policy is something we all need as we get older. If you wait until you need it, you're too late. Let me help you understand the options and benefits of long-term care insurance. Call me today, 435-752-0101.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a prearranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts prearranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
If you're retired or plan to retire soon, will you outlive your money or will your money outlive you? If you don't know the answer, I can help. Hi, I'm Patty Bartholomew, a financial consultant with Parsonex Securities. If you have questions about your financial plan or just need a second opinion, call me today at 435-227-5556.
Investments are not FDIC insured, nor are they deposits of or guaranteed by a bank or any other entity, so they may lose value. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the funds. This and other important information is contained in each fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, which can be obtained from a financial professional and should be read carefully before investing. Securities offered through Parsonex Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC, 8310 South Valley Highway, Suite 110, Inglewood, Colorado, 80112-303-662-8700.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I'm your host, Sid Roeder, visiting today with Eric Svensson. He is with Beam Lending. I see a little smile on your face there because I pronounce your name very Swedish.
That it is.
So we've been talking about the real estate market, interest rates, what we're seeing, what that means for seniors. And so let's talk a little bit about some of the options seniors have. I mean, in my industry, obviously, working with a client, I encounter all kinds of things. It's the stairs we don't want to take anymore. It's the yard is too big. And you really have some options there in regards to how can we achieve this?
Sure. I see all those scenarios as well. People who've had a health incident that doesn't allow them to stay in their property. They can't maintain that 1 acre of lawn any longer, even though they love it. And it is what it is. Seniors have a different set of circumstances than what they encountered when they were 19, 20, 25, 30. Someone needs to listen to those needs, and there are products that have been developed exactly for the needs of seniors. And the product that I'm going to talk about today is a reverse mortgage. We call them a lifestyle mortgage because really a reverse mortgage's job is to help a person maintain a lifestyle. The lifestyle they want to live, not just the lifestyle that they've been dealt because of what they receive through Social Security or a pension or how well their IRA is doing or their 401k. Many times when I talk of a reverse, though, Sid, I'm going to tell you, people bring up some negative history.
I was just going to mention that. When I talk to seniors about reverse mortgage, I know better than that, but they come with all kinds of stories from the beginning of reverse mortgage.
Right. So since 1989, we've been experiencing the development of this product. Previous to then, there wasn't anything available in a reverse mortgage world. And a reverse mortgage, for some of the listeners who don't know, it's a mortgage placed on a property that's basically called non-recourse. The house is collateral. None of the inheritors have to act as collateral agents. When the people pass and they can't live in the house as a primary residence, the house either is purchased by the inheriting children, is sold, i.e. the bank is paid back and the kids take whatever is left over in the equity in the property, or the bank takes it back over. So there's nothing left out of that that's a problem for those who are going to still be here. Mainly the rule is you need to live in it as your primary residence and maintain it, keeping it in good, sellable condition, and pay taxes and insurance on that property. There's not a lot of rules besides that.
But with the past experience, some things have changed on the regulatory side of it too, and there are actually some requirements because you can't jump into this easy.
Correct. Well, when I meet with people, I want to hear what they've heard. And most of those rumors or those stories that they've heard from their cousin's buddy, they're probably based on truth. There were problems in the past, it's true. I don't play like they've all been misled. There's truth to it. What is new and cool is the Department of Housing and Urban Development has heard all of these stories, and they have fixed the holes that they discovered in those. There was the day when if you were divorced as a senior, you sold the house because most likely you couldn't refinance that into a forward mortgage. And if you were single alone, then they didn't want you to be on the reverse alone. Well, that's changed. You can be divorced whilst in a reverse mortgage, and you can be taken off of that reverse mortgage if that's no longer the residence you want to keep. And then you can go get another reverse mortgage if that's how you want to run your money. The difference was then it was simply, I'll say, a tool of desperation. People couldn't afford what they needed, so they'd do a reverse mortgage because of something. Now it's an advanced financial tool for people's lifestyles. And it has many, many rules to protect the senior, including and not limited to required training. You have to take a reverse mortgage class that teaches you about what you're getting into, taught by a third party who's not affiliated with the mortgage. And they break down what your costs are. It's all regulated. I know how much I can charge, what I can't charge. And we listen, and usually will involve multiple other third parties. Sid, if you were coming to me, I'd say, who's your financial planner? Why are you thinking about a reverse mortgage? Who's your accountant? Let's talk with them. Let's make sure that this is all right, because we act more as not just a salesperson, but as a fiduciary for this individual, because it's most likely the last time we'll ever see them for a mortgage, and we want to make sure that it's the right product for them.
So let me pipe in with one of the fears that is probably the one that I heard mentioned the most. What happens if the spouse that signed for the reverse mortgage passes? What happens to the surviving spouse?
Sure. Under a rule 5 years ago, that surviving spouse gets to remain in that property until the end of their natural lives, as long as they maintain it as their primary residence. And it doesn't matter the age of that surviving spouse. So if you're 75 and you marry a 45-year-old, right on. But that 45-year-old, if you pass 10 years later, is only 55. Typically, they wouldn't qualify for a HUD-regulated reverse mortgage. But that individual gets to stay in the house as long as they desire. And what's interesting to that is that value might decrease over time because of a bubble in the market, let's say. And that cost will always go up because it's a reverse mortgage. That individual, if they pass 30 years later, those kids, whoever are the surviving beneficiaries, they can inherit that property by just paying 95% of the then market value. So how cool. You're not going to be booted because your spouse passes who was on the mortgage. You're going to be able to be there forever if you so choose. And what's neat is the idea for a lot of folks, and if Bruce was here, he would jump for joy, is to keep a senior in their home because they're most comfortable there. So now, instead of paying a mortgage every month, you save that money and you pay for skilled nursing, or you go on trips if that's what you want to do and you're of good health, or you buy, a mobile home and head for the desert in the cold winter here, and then you come back. So there's a lot of options, and we're meaning to keep people in their houses, even if they're not on that loan at the beginning.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah, we're already coming up on our second break again. So before I talk about our sponsor again briefly, do you want to leave us with your contact information again?
I will. So again, if you would like to reach out, we would love to speak with you. My number is 435-512-8300. Give me a call. You can call the office as well. We're easily found in the directories or on the internet. Come and talk to us in our North Logan office.
Thank you, Eric. This is the Senior Moment Show. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info or email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Whether you have a small business, large corporation, or sole proprietorship, remember Cook Martin Polson has provided quality accounting services since 1977. At Cook Martin Polson, they believe you've earned it, and they're going to help you keep it. Take a minute right now to call 750-5566. That's 750-5566 to set up your tax appointment, and let Cook Martin Polson show you how to keep the money you have earned.
This is Jared Ripplinger with Cook Martin Polson. You've worked hard for your money. Let us help you keep it.
When it comes to successful aging, eating well matters. Staying physically active matters. Getting socially engaged matters. Living alone, aging alone, it's harder to consistently do that. Hi, this is Chris Grohl with Pioneer Valley Lodge, where we make it easier to do those things every day. Our mission at Pioneer Valley Lodge in North Logan is to help seniors live better, age more gracefully, and stay independent for as long as possible. Pioneer Valley Lodge, an independent living community for seniors.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I am your host, Sid Roeder, visiting today with Eric Svensson with BIM Lending here in Logan. Welcome back, Eric.
Thank you.
Let's jump right back into this. We've started talking about reverse mortgage, and there's been a few changes also since last time I've checked in with you about reverse mortgage. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. A few of the changes that have happened, of course. One of them is there are products that have been developed for people that are younger than the 62 that's been traditional, down to even 55 years old. So if a person has a high equity position in their home, let's say the home is paid off, there is an opportunity for them to take a lump sum, take an annuity, take a line of credit, do a hybrid of those, and receive a bunch of their equity money now and never make a mortgage payment again. Reasons to do that: everybody's 401ks are down right now. Maybe not everybody, so forgive me if yours is rocking. You can come tell me how you did that, but mine is down. So you don't want to pull money when it's down, but equity is up. Sid, you can attest to that, right?
For sure.
So you go do a reverse now, not have a payment again, it'll start to accrue interest and grow at whatever the rate is today. You don't really worry about that. You worry about living the lifestyle you want, not tapping into the 401k money until you need to. Let it grow back up and then start hitting it so that you can save money. It's pretty cool. You can do that down to 55 years old.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Let's maybe briefly check into some. We talked about reverse mortgage before and now. Some of the old goals and the new goals of reverse mortgage.
Sure, old goals for people. And this is just an attitude of those around. Pay off your house, and give an inheritance to your kids, which is going to be your house. That was the prevailing mantra. The today is live a comfortable and enjoyable life. Go do some of those things that maybe you couldn't do earlier because you were working. The reverse mortgage helps account for some hybrid of both of those goals. You're still going to leave your house to your children. Maybe there's money owed on that house, but that's fine. Leave some inheritance to your kids, but go have experiences with them. Go have experiences with your spouse. I always tell people they're considering it. They're thinking, oh, well, we're in good health. Enter into reverse today before you lose a spouse, when that will happen, because it will be harder to enter into that reverse when that spouse is gone. But when that spouse is gone, you're not going to get kicked out of your house. And to try to help that spouse along, who may be of poor health, you'll have more access to funds to do so. So you're improving their life and you're giving more opportunities to have experiences with your children or those who are around you. And that's a new goal, is experiences while you're here. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And maybe we can talk about a few more specific scenarios. One comes to mind that I had to deal with once. It was a couple that wanted to move south to St. George to enjoy a warmer climate. But as we all know, the market down there is much higher priced than it is up here. So they had a financial gap, and they covered that with a reverse mortgage.
Sure. I think that from expectations in the history, a home that was $200,000 in 2012 is now $550,000, even here in our own valley. And I lived in St. George when I started my mortgage career. A home there was $400,000 when I got there. When I left, it was $200,000 because the market had crashed, and now it's $750,000. You want to take a home here that you sell for $450,000, $500,000, and you go buy a house there. There's a $300,000 gap. So the reverse comes in, and on a purchase, that $750,000 house, you need to pull in $370,000. You get that from the sale of the house here. You get a reverse for $370,000. You never have a payment due the rest of your life. You go and move into that home. If it's a place like a senior community, there's maybe pickleball courts, and there's a pool, and there's a clubhouse, and there's access to other recreation nearby, and it's this nice warm climate. That's doable, and maybe that's a better property for you because it's not the split entry that you've been in for 50 years that you raised your kids in. So that is doable. We do purchases. We can do construction that takes out into reverse. We can do refinances if you do want to stay in that property. I see lots of people looking towards a patio home in a senior community so they don't have to do the yard anymore and they can just go do things. That's all doable within that reverse.
What are some other things that come to mind? Because you can also take a payout, a monthly payout. You mentioned that before. Do you want to elaborate on that really quick?
If you want to stay in your home and you owe nothing on that house right now, but the house is worth $500,000, maybe you can go and get $350,000, but you don't need all that money today. Well, then you can do multiple different ways to take that money. You could say, I want $3,000 a month for the next 10 years, or I want to have a line of credit. Well, you can get half of that the first year and another half the second year. And if you don't use that line of credit, it actually grows. But you write a check, just like a normal traditional line of credit. You can even do a hybrid of those. You can do a lump sum. If you need to do some repairs around the house, go get $40,000 today. And you can do that, and it'll repair the house, or maybe it pays for a big bill or something like that that's been incurred. All those options are there to empower seniors and give them that advanced financial tool to make them more stable and have a happier and more fulfilling end of life.
So sadly, we're coming up on the end of our show, so I wanted to give you a chance to talk a little bit about how you visit with people and what kind of services you provide.
Sure. We offer a concierge approach. If you're not super mobile, we'll come to you. If you feel more comfortable coming to our office, come on, we'll meet there. If you want to meet at a title company or at the coffee shop, we will make it work, whatever is your schedule. That's the way we do this. You have earned that right as a senior to be taken care of, to be spoiled. So Beam Lending will do that. We'll spoil you. We'll give you that, bright light, that spotlight in this world of dim. That's where we want to be. So thanks for having me, Sid. It
was good to have you here, Eric. I think we all learned a lot. And if you didn't catch Eric's phone number, give me a call at the number I mention all the time. This is the Senior Moments Show. We'll hope you tune in again next time.